Hey guys, it's Roxanne from RoxanneLynch.com. Hey, how's it going in your neck of the woods? So the question I had today is, Roxanne, don't you have bad days? Like, don't you have bad times where you were frustrated and you wanted to quit and you were banging your head on the keyboard and having snotty tissues everywhere? Yes, I've been there, okay? Yes, I've wanted to toss in the towel. Yes, I've wanted to throw my hands in the air, sometimes throw the computer through the window. I've had bad moments, okay? The thing is I don't allow the bad moments to turn into a bad day, okay? My dad taught me years ago, Roxanne, you can't milk 5 minutes and turn it into a bad 5 hours, okay? You just can't do that. So anyway, take that dad-ism for for what it is, okay? So I want to share with you my 9 best tips that can help us get back in the game, to get back on your unicorn, get back on, your magical self and ride forward, okay? And this is what I love to do, and I'm really excited to share these with you. It's been a long time since I talked about these 9 tips. These are things of self-discovery, learning, and I love to share them forward. So if you do not have your magical pen with you, now might be a great time. You're going to want to send this over to your community. You're going to want to save this in a file, or maybe even tag a girlfriend. If she's having a down day or a down moment, you're going to want to invite them in on this. Okay, so the very first one is, we have to remember we have to keep a full calendar. I know you may have heard this before. The thing is like, if you never stop doing, it's really hard to quit, okay? If you never stop planning for what is next, if you never stop scheduling, if you never stop learning. So whether it's a Zoom meeting or like me on this next workshop project, the profitable profile, if you're planning your speaking engagements, your training events, group support, it's hard to quit, okay? And it's hard to take too long of a break when you know people are counting on you, okay? They're wondering where you went if you haven't done a Facebook Live, if your audience is used to that, okay? You're going to get messages saying like, Roxanne, are you feeling okay? I haven't seen you for days. So people are counting on you and trusting in you to show up. So by keeping a full calendar, and by it helps keep me inspired. It helps keep my head on straight. It helps give me a focus, which is really, really important for our success. It's hard to quit on ourselves when you have people that are counting on you, that are looking for you every single day, okay? So that is tip number 1. So tip number 2, okay, this one is actually a mom wisdom. She would say, when you're feeling down and discouraged, take action. Take action. Do something, Roxanne. Plan to go for a coffee with a girlfriend. Go for a walk. Go downtown and buy, maybe a new spring color of nail polish. Do something. Go for a massage. Get that chiropractor appointment out of the way you've been procrastinating to book. Maybe read a book or take a bath. Recharge your inner batteries. Take action, okay? Indulge in a course, go grab your credit card, and maybe there's a course that you've been wanting to take for a while. Sign up for it. Indulge in yourself. Take action for yourself. Give yourself that special training to be able to uplift you and empower you and excite you again, okay? Give you something when you're feeling down and discouraged is tip number 2, which is to take action, okay? Tip number 3, oh my gosh. If I know for myself, if my head is not screwed on straight, if my head isn't in the game, and my mindset isn't organized, it's really easy for that fear, that negative self-chatter to rise up into my heart, my head, chirping on my shoulder, right? So we have to stay plugged in. It's important to have people around you that are not energy suckers, that are not those energy vampires. Refuel your heart by creating an ability to be around positive people, inspirational people, and motivational people, okay? Fill your brain, your heart, your soul with goodness, and immerse yourself into a good read, a good song, a good audio, a YouTube podcast. There are so many ways to help you refill that well, so then you're going to have that positive energy to be able to pour into your clients, your team, whether you're in life coaching or you're in network marketing, you have to find your way to get your head screwed back on straight, get your mindset back in the game. Tip number 4 is you have to find a way to refresh your dream and your desire, okay? And this again goes into maybe taking a little bit of a time out. Grab your favorite pen, grab your journal, and maybe dig into what maybe has changed since 2019. Knowing that we're not the same woman we were a year ago, maybe it's time for you to revisit your passion, your vision, your purpose, what is most meaningful and deeply rewarding for yourself. Why are you doing what you're doing? Are you still doing it for you? Are you still trying to do this for somebody else or something else, for your life, your family, your future, for community, for sisterhood, to do some philanthropy work, to give onto others? Figure out what your now dream and desire is, and expect that your vision or your why might have changed. And maybe that's why you're feeling resistance, is because something has changed and you haven't taken the time to acknowledge it within one part of our heart, and we're still doing things for a different reason and purpose that isn't aligned with us anymore. I think we don't often reflect enough on that to refresh our dream and our desire in our hearts, okay? And that leads me into tip number 5, which is envisioning your future, okay? I know I can close my eyes right now and I can imagine myself a year from now, and I'm not going to be in minus 46 weather in the morning, okay? I'm not going to have 2.5 feet of snow. I can close my eyes. I can feel that. I can imagine. I can smell some of the scents. I'm going to be able to smell cedar. I'm going to be able to smell the scent of that water. I'm going to feel those things. So allow yourself that immersion time. Immerse yourself with these thoughts of, where you are, what you're going to be doing, who is going to be with you, how it's going to make you feel when you're there, okay? Because the other thing is like when we get so far ahead of ourselves with our future that we forget to celebrate the daily steps, okay? When was the last time when you were envisioning your future that you actually took time to celebrate? High five, sister. Give yourself a little pep talk in the mirror and congratulated yourself on an amazing day, okay? Smile at the achievements of your day while you're still enjoying and immersing yourself into your future of what you're thinking about. Because we still have, if we can't enjoy and celebrate our here and our now, when we get there, we're not going to be able to enjoy it half as much as we think we're going to, okay? So it does come down to celebrating the todays along with immersing yourself to refuel and get your feistiness up all over again, get your energy going, push away that desire to wave the white flag of surrender or toss your phone out the vehicle if you got snotty tissues in your hand, okay? And envisioning yourself in your future is important for us to get through those moments of the suck bus, the suckville, the struggle bus, those kind of things. So tip number 6 is association. Honestly, if it wasn't for the sisterhood and the tribe that I am connected with within my social retail business, the teammates and the leadership that I have, my mentors, my collaborators, my brainstormers that keep me recharged and refueled every single day, if it wasn't for the community that I'm in, I know that there's a big part of me that can probably say in all likelihood, I wouldn't be part of this industry. I would have figured out or somehow decided that network marketing wasn't for a woman like me, a blue-hearted, yellow-hearted woman who wants to have fun, who wants to be able to help other people, who doesn't really sometimes even give a flying rat's ass about my success, long as my team is getting what they need in their day for them to be able to wake up like I do, pitter patter, let's get at her, and bouncing out of bed with, your magic pen in your hand. Association is everything. Tip number 6, okay? And you need to have the right circle when it comes to being in that community, because you actually have to do some self-thinking. Today, do I need a hug? Okay, who is my top 2 people that if I need a hug, they don't even care what's going on in my world, I need a hug. Okay, maybe the other one, maybe I need a kick in the butt. Maybe I need someone to grab me by the shoulders and give me a little shake going hello woman, Like, you know what you got to do. So do you need like a hug? Do you need a kick in the butt? Do you need a nudge on the right path to get into the game? Your association and being able to like snap your fingers and think about those people that are going to give you what you need within your association circle is just as important as the whole community as a whole. And only you know that. Like, you know that in your heart what you really need, okay? And you know where to go to get it, okay? You know this. Tip number 7, focus on what we can control. Not everything is within my realm of influence and power, okay? So what I have to remember is I have to focus on what I can control and respond to the situation and not react, which means ensuring I'm doing my best to live in the moment and the present and then deal with that, okay? Because I know that I can't let anger or frustration or distraction or procrastination or fear live within me for a very long period of time, okay? Spending time fretting over things that I cannot control or giving emotional energy to things that I don't own is going to drain me. It's going to distract me. It's going to make me grumpy. It's going to make me sad. It's going to make me weary. So I have to focus on what I can control. Okay. So if you guys are getting some goodness and you know of a friend right now who needs to hear this today so they can feel better by the end of the week, you want to definitely tag them in here or send this to your Facebook community. Okay. Focus on what we can control is tip number 8. Okay. So let's hop into this. Tip number 9. So know thyself. Know thyself. Know how to repair, replenish, and rejuvenate yourself so you can realign yourself when you are feeling tired and weary, okay? We have to know what we need to refuel ourselves and refill our well, replenish, so we can kind of adjust our crown or your glasses, if that's what you're wearing as a crown tonight, and adjust your crown so you can refocus and reformulate and rise again. Take that big breath and rise again. Now is when you need to know that. So if you are a high energy woman, maybe that means you need to go to the mall and be around more vibrant chit chat and get immersed in some social situations. If you need that alone time, like for me, too many people, I create this sense of anxiety and it makes me very weary. I need to go out to the woods. I need to go sit on a log, okay? Not when it's 46 below, by the way, but in my mind, I'm going to go put some YouTube music on and I'm going to listen, pretend I'm sitting in the woods and rejuvenating my heart and my soul, okay? Know what kind of woman and personality you are so you can know thyself, so you can repair and replenish to rejuvenate yourself. Because it's hard to give into other people, and it's really easy for us then to want to feel like we want to quit, or we're feeling tired or overly frustrated, but you haven't given yourself that chance to feel better. You're not honoring yourself and giving yourself what you need. And then you're going to get burned out, you're going to feel overwhelmed, you're going to feel distracted, you're going to feel angry, and we don't have to feel that way if we choose to know thyself, okay? Last tip, when all else fails, when you feel that want and desire of being frustrated, you want to quit, you're going to wave that white flag of surrender like I did, push back the decision. I am so glad that even though I took a break from this industry from the network marketing perspective and that side of it, I pushed pause. I didn't walk away from this industry in its whole and its entirety. I pushed back that decision. I pushed pause, and I used that wanting to quit actually as a pivot point of what I truly did want within this industry, okay? So I promised myself I would never make a decision in a place where my head wasn't screwed on straight, okay? Where I promised myself I would never make a decision when I was feeling discouraged or I felt down and out. I promised myself I would take a breath. I'd put the phone down. I'd walk away from social media. I'd turn off the TV and just decide to decide later, okay? So, and we have to remember that you never want to make a permanent decision from a temporary mindset, okay? We never want to make a permanent decision with a temporary mindset. Living in a temporary bad spot, a bump in the road, that's not the time to toss in the towel. That's not the time to quit, okay? Maybe that's time to grab a little bit of self-talk. Take in any of these that I've just given you. Grab some tenacity, grab some grit, so you guys can, rise and roar again. And remember that together we are more. Like a lone wolf out there doesn't survive very long, but the pack will, okay? So we need to find that pack mentality, and you need to find yourself a circle that is going to celebrate you, be with you, give you what you need, so we can get further down the road in a more uplifted and joyful place in our hearts, okay? So these are some of the ideas we're going through my mind. You guys have a most fabulous evening, as always. You guys take care. Bye, guys.